Hello, this is Gary. You can't see me, but you can see my screen. And as you can see, I completed this Times of London cryptic puzzle in 21 minutes and 20 seconds. That's faster than average, actually. It often takes me, maybe on average, more like half an hour to finish these puzzles. But these cryptic puzzles are really, for the mind, kind of like going to the what is going to the gym for the body. They're really good exercise for the mind. They really require you to delve into your memory banks and think about all the different possible meanings of words. You have to discern how the clues work in these cryptic puzzles, and if you don't know how the clues work, you'll get some information about that. I'm going to help you with that, but how to play, this gives you some idea about how the clues are constructed, and there's, several different ways that the clues are constructed. But now let's go to all puzzles. And we'll do the November 21st cryptic. So here we go. It's 0. It's timing me now, and I don't usually try to race through these, but let's see how we do with this. I know it's not for everybody, but the good thing about doing these puzzles is you expand your vocabulary, you remind yourself of all different types of words, and you're really exercising your brain. Spend long time in corridor. Spend long time in corridor would be hallway, which is the right number of letters, but I don't see how spend long time fits into that. It's often better to look for the shorter words first. They're often easier than the longer ones. Not always, but often I'll start with the shorter words. Lieutenant with love for singer. An abbreviation for lieutenant is LT. Love is, X's and O's. 0. 0 is love. So 3. Alto. I must be a little bit nervous with the camera on. A singer is an alto. So 4 down. Goal, I have to produce vegetable. Goal, I have. An abbreviation for I have is IVE. IVE. So I'm thinking a goal is an end. So how about ENDIVE? Endive is a vegetable. Break, earn with male figure. So break is it kind of a clue, and you've got earn with here, and that's the same number of letters as the answer. So break it kind of means unscramble it. There's a lot of anagrams in these crossword puzzles. So how can we unscramble this earn with to come up with a male figure? And we've got it starts with N. So, yeah, if I don't see it right away, I usually move on to the next clue. I try to go for the easiest ones first, and I also try to go for, I already have an I at the beginning of a word, which is really helpful. Consonants tend to be more useful than vowels, but at the beginning of a word, if you have a vowel, it's often not too difficult. Occupy during routine. During is in. During something, in something. And a routine could be a habit. So to occupy is to inhabit. Jars of, now looking for what the easiest one, you got an H there, so this is a kind of a long word, but let's see how we do. Jars of pureed ham or pea. So pureed is another clue that this might be a anagram, and ham or pea is the same number of letters. We have 8 letters. Ham or pea is 8 letters. So I'm thinking that probably ham or pea, if we unscramble that, that might give jars. Jars. A little bit confusing because jars is plural. Or if it's a verb, it has an S on the end, so you would expect the answer maybe to have an S on the end, but there's no S in ham or pea. So, yeah, that pureed ham or pea, that might be a red herring, but, and jars. Before an H, it's often a T, a C, an S, or a P. Is it amphora? A-M-P-H-O-R-A-E. I was thinking amphora, but there's no S, so, but let me see now. Jars of pureed ham or pea. Yeah, there's the E, so amphora, so yeah, it's Latin. And it's got an E for the plural on the end. So now we have N, M, and M up here. Break, earn, with, male, figure. We have an M, so we know it's not going to be earn with. We have to unscramble, but check out male. Earn with male. So both earn and male together unscramble. You're going to get figure, numeral. N-U-M-E-R-A-L. Now this should be easy. 6 down. Crustacean. Well, right away it's going to be crab. Head of classy, pub rejected. Head of classy is the letter C. That's the start of the word classy. That's the head of the word classy. And pub rejected, pub backwards is a bar. So we've got C-R-A-B. Ooh, should we go for this long one? You never know. Sometimes you get a long one, and if you do, it's a lot of letters, so it helps you in many ways. So let's just check it out quickly. Renter with key piece of office equipment. Renter with key piece of office equipment. I don't get it. Some of you out there who are better at these crossword puzzles than I am are going to see this immediately. Oh, Gary, you stupid idiot! Why? It's this or it's that. Yeah, okay. And others of you who have never done these crossword puzzles are thinking, "Oh my God, Gary, you're a genius! How can you solve these freaking things? How do you come up with this?" Well, I've been doing crossword puzzles all my life, so. And I started with regular crosswords, and I've been doing cryptics, I don't know, for the last 10 years or so. Let's carry on with this. Evacuation, authorization. So in this case, it's 2 words, and it's probably going to be a word that means both evacuation and authorization. Evacuation, authorization. No, I don't get it. But this T, this is probably going to be an E here. It's going to be a past tense verb. Let's check this out. Strangely rude pet. Okay, it's probably going to be an unscramble of rude pet, which means broke out. And broke out is a past tense, so it's pretty sure going to be an E here, right? broke out. We've got TED already left. That leaves a P and an R. Broke out. DET. We have PERUE. Broke out. Erupted. Erupted. With that U there, is that going to help us get 2 down? Runner is more complacent crossing line. Runner is more complacent crossing line. More complacent is a comparative, so it's probably going to be a word with ER. And it's in the middle, so it's not going to be the whole clue. The answer is going to be runner or line, probably not crossing line. Runner is a runner. What's another word for a runner? A ski? I don't get it. I'm not going to. Let's try to get 11 across. Drive outrigger periodically. Okay, periodically, when you see that, that means you take every second letter. So O, T, I, G, R. No, U, R, G, E. Drive is urge. U, R, G, E. Now let's see if that helps us get 2 down. Now that we've got that G there. Runner is more complacent crossing line. More complacent crossing line. I don't know. Let's take a short one down here. Fastener, caught, edge. Fastener, caught, edge. Not jumping out at me. Let's go to 19 down. Heads of optometry, giving lecture, explaining eye. Heads of. The heads of these letters. O, G, L, E. To ogle is to eye. O, G, L, E. Yeah, we're getting there. Now we got a G. G is easy. Consonants are more helpful than vowels in the middle of the word, so we'll go with G next. This word. Government of Army unit lacking time. Our Army unit. REGIMEN. Regiment. So an army unit is a regiment, and T is an abbreviation for time. So that regiment, if you take off, if it lacks the T, then it becomes a regimen, which is kind of a government, a regime, a regimen. Okay, so 15 down. Warns, beer, froths. Here we have a regularly, so warns. E-R-R-T. Oh, is that... warns. Oh, okay, the froth is going to be regularly, but the beer is going to be an ale. A-L-E, that's the beer. And then froths regularly take every second letter, R-T-S. R-T-S. 22 across. More inflexible, renters relocated. So obviously the renters is going to be unscrambled to give a word that means more flexible, and it's going to be ER on the end, right? What do we got left? ER, we've already used a T. There's another R, and there's an S. Sorry, we've used the S already. There's an R and a T. More flexible. And there's an N. Yeah, N. We've used S and R already, so there's an RNT. Sterner. More inflexible. Sterner. This is not more inflexible physically. This is more inflexible mentally. Sterner. What are we going to have? A man on the end here? Let's see. Headpiece worn by the French peer. Headpiece. A peer. It's going to be a man. It's going to be a peer is one of those, English noble people. Maybe it's even going to be nobleman. Headpiece worn by the French. Headpiece worn by the French. The French is le, la, or les. So the in French there might be an LE, so nobleman does have an LE, but I don't see how NOBMAN is going to be a headpiece. And also I would expect the worn by, it has it on, it has it within, so you would expect maybe from that to the French to be on the outside, but it's not. Can we really not get 16 across, assuming this maybe will be an L? Fastener, caught, edge, clip. A fastener is a clip. Oh, and lip is edge. So caught is C, an abbreviation for caught. C-L-I, really? Okay. This is going to be nobleman, but sometimes you get it, but you don't really see, right, how it's constructed. I don't see how that's constructed. And it could be wrong, but let's just stick it in there for now. Now we got letters, a lot of letters for this 8 down. So renter with key piece of office equipment. Letter opener. ETTEROPENER. Letter opener. That was 8 down. That was renter with key piece. Renter with key is a piece of office equipment. A renter is a letter. Somebody who leases, somebody who lets is a letter. Okay, whatever. 12 across. So we got an R and an N, a couple E's. This shouldn't be... Often when you see this here, it's going to be ANCE maybe. Evacuation. And especially since these are nouns, this is going to be ANCE or ENCE probably. Clearance. Evacuation or authorization is clearance. 12 down, we got a C at the beginning. That's going to be a big help. Finding fault seriously. Finding fault serious. Finding fault serious. It's going to be a word that means finding fault and also means serious, I think, but it's not coming to me right away. So let's move on. 14 across. Stop white ant swallowing sodium. Sodium, the abbreviation for sodium is Na, so there's going to be an Na in the middle, and it might be here. We've already got an A, so there might be an N there. stop, white ant. So it's going to be white ant, an ant, a white ant. So it's going to be, hold on, let's just see what, stop. It's going to, if you figure out how the clue's constructed, that's really the biggest help. So I know it's going to be white ant swallowing sodium. So there's your sodium, and it's going to be, outside of that sodium is going to be white ant. And I see that stop is terminate. So how does that, termite. A termite is a type of ant, and it's outside the sodium. It's a white ant. A termite is a white ant. So, yeah, so 2 down. We've got these. Runner is more complacent. Crossing line. Before the G, it's going to be an N or an R, probably. Almost certainly an N or an R, and probably an N. Almost certainly that's going to be an N there, I'm guessing. So I'm just going to put it in to runner. What could those letters be in there? It might be an L-E-R. Like bungler, but you need 2 at the beginning. That might be an L, because otherwise, what are those 2 letters going to be? Right before the R is going to be a vowel. It's probably going to be an E, and so that's almost certainly going to be an L if this is an N. But what word is going to work with that? Runner is more complacent. More complacent. Crossing line. I could have some mistakes in there. Let's leave it alone. 21 across. Something to fill gaps when mammal and insect meet. An insect is going to be an ant, probably, but a mammal. It's going to be a mammal and an insect. And both of those words, one after the other, is going to be something to fill gaps. I'm not too sure. Finding fault seriously. Well, if that's an ant, then this is going to be finding fault and serious are both could both be adjectives. So this, if this is an A here, then it would make sense to have an L there. Criminal would be a word, for example. Oh, criminal is serious. Finding fault. Criminal? Criminal doesn't actually mean finding fault. Finding fault seriously, but it kind of might be. Yeah, let's put it in. Yeah, it's only a possibility. And now we have, I confirmed that A is probably going to be an A, so now I've got the ant. So something to fill gaps when mammal and insect meet. Well, there's so many mammals with 4 letters, so going through the animals with 4 letters is, I think I want to try 18 down. Wood, plate, night, holds. Wood, plate, wood, plate, night, holds. Wood. I don't know how for sure this clue is constructed. It could be a word that means wood, like pine, for example. Actually, in chess, N is an abbreviation for night. Plate. God, it's only 4 letters, and yet you've got wood plate. A wood plate. There's nothing such thing as a wood plate. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a type of wood. Plate a knight holds. I'm going to leave that alone for now. 17 across. Sketch. Unpopular series of descendants. 2 sketches to draw. A series of descendants is a line. Unpopular, out. Oh, miniskirts are out. They're unpopular. Outline, that's a sketch, an outline. 1 down now. Press release by European. Lavish and bold. Lavish and bold. Press release by European. It could be a word that means press release, and then a word that means European, like Pole, for example. A Pole's university is a European, but it's not going to be Pole. That's not going to give us something that means lavish and bold. And European. I was thinking lavish European might be an unscrambling thing, but we've got a T here, and there's no T in European, so 1 across. Spend long time in corridor. A long time is an age. And to spend is to pass. To spend some time is to pass some time. Now, is this going to help us with this 1 down? It should significantly help us. This is probably going to be an R, right? The second letter is probably going to be R, just the way words are constructed in English, but let's see what we got. Press release. Lavish and bold. Bold. This might be since it's of an adjective, it probably ends in T-I-O-U-S. That would be an adjective, right? Press release by European. That could be wrong. Let's see what we got 2 down. Runner is more complacent crossing line. I'm pretty sure I got a mistake in there. A runner is more complacent. You know what I sometimes... Okay, I've got something new here. 18 down. Let's try 18 down. Wood plate a knight holds. Wood plate. Wood is teak. E-A-K. A knight is A-K. That's not the chess definition for knight, but it might be some other. Wood plate. A knight? I don't know if T-E is some kind of... Oh! This is one of the definite... Plate a knight holds. So you can see teak in the middle of here. The last 2 letters of plate is starting there. T-E-A-K. So plate a knight holds a wood, which is teak. So this is sealant, obviously. There's your mammal is the seal, and then you've got your ant. And a sealant is a something to fill gaps. So yeah, we're getting there. What do we got? 2 more words left. Presumptuous? No. Do I have a mistake in there? I'm going to put in as many assumptions as I can. Let's just go up here. Assist. I like not to assist, but sometimes I do, and so let's just check the grid. So I can see that, yes, my criminal was wrong. It's obviously critical. Critical. Finding fault. Critical. Serious. Critical. And if that's not an I, then it's got to be a U. Sometimes presumptuous. Press, lavish, and bold. Presumptuous. Yeah, it seems to fit. Bold is presumptuous. Press release. Press. P-R-E-S, and the last S is there. And press release by European. Lavish. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the answer, because what other word could fit there? But I frankly don't see how that fits. So yeah, so my assumption about this N was obviously wrong. It's probably going to be an R. What else could it be? Yeah, I guess it's bug. Yeah. And then this is sparkler. So maybe I shouldn't be so presumptuous. What word fits in there? A word that means runner. More complacent crossing line. So more complacent is going to be a more complacent, smugger. Oh, a runner, a drug runner, a gun runner, a smuggler. Congratulations, 31 minutes and 11 seconds. Yeah, that was about average. And, I was talking through the whole thing, so maybe I could have done it a little quicker without sharing that with you. But yeah, as you can see, this is really good mental exercise. I'm exhausted, and yeah, it's good brain work. And so yeah, I'm gonna stand up. I don't usually like to sit for that long either, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe I've encouraged some of you to start taking up crossword puzzles. But if you're haven't done cryptic crossword puzzles before, you should start with just regular crossword puzzles, the regular daily puzzle in your newspaper. Maybe is a way to start. They're pretty easy, and then on the weekend sometimes they get harder, and then eventually, now that you've seen how these clues are constructed, and you can go and learn more about how they're constructed, you can go and run with it. Okay, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the future. Bye.